Well, I've been working on my strike. For the viewers, Michael, they've been telling me that I've hit up in my fairway woods too much, so appease the people, you know?
Yep, do it for the fans.
Yeah. I think having as much tilt as I had for a little while there with the fairway wood kind of wasn't ideal. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. As we have brought the year to a conclusion, Michael, we've embarked on this best of series, really focused in on the irons. We've done obviously drivers a while back. It's now starting to fill the gaps. We're into the fairway woods today.
Low spin. Well, not the low spin, but yeah, low spin. Player, kind of smaller profile, low spinning fairway woods. Yeah, they definitely are the fairway woods that give the player or give the fitter the option, dial them up, dial them down. It would be the ones that we would probably lean on for players to kill some spin. Totally. Maybe some of the hotter ones. So players that are trying to get a little bit more out of fairway woods might go towards some of these ones. We've got 5 contenders to pick from. Stealth 2 Plus. We've got Paradym Triple Diamond TSR3, G430 LST, and the Mizuno STG. Didn't leave it out this time.
No, how dare we? We don't have any Aerojet at the minute. All our demos have went back to Cobra. We are awaiting our new demo tools, so we're left with 5.
Yeah, that's all right. These are 5 great fairway woods all year they've performed.
They really are. We are going to do the other fairway woods, the sort of, call it the maybe high launch models in a separate test. Mikey's going to do that test for us, most likely next week. You'll see that video. So I'll do the first one, you'll do the second one, and it will give us a good kind of wide sample.
Love it, let's do it. All right, Fraz, we're gonna start with Stealth 2 Plus. Neutral setting right now, and the shaft is Old Faithful Ventus
Venti Blue.
Let's see it.
Not too bad. Well, I've been working on my strike. For the viewers, Michael, they've been telling me that I've hit up in my fairway woods too much, so I've been working.
The commentators?
The viewers. The commentators. Yeah, trying to get that angle of attack down more. Appease the people, you know?
Yep, do it for the fans.
Yeah. A little bit more solid maybe than the first one.
Yeah, it sounded better.
Yeah, it was a little bit.
Have you dabbled with Stealth 2 Plus this year at all?
Nah.
For your own game? No.
I really didn't. It just, the footprint wasn't exactly what I wanted, and no, I just never really gave it a chance.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Nice and straight.
Like, that angle attack is a very important part of hitting fairway woods nice and flush. I think having as much tilt as I had for a little while there with the fairway wood kind of wasn't ideal.
Strike. Thoughts on it after a couple swings?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I could quite easily turn this down a degree and, you know, I think really probably quite like what I see from it.
All right, TSR3.
Nice.
Nice, small, very compact shape. It's a nice flight.
Yeah. Probably caught it a little high in the head, Mikey, but...
A little high toe.
I'm surprised the spin's as good as that, to be honest.
Yeah, it hung on for you.
Yeah.
It speeds up a little bit. How was that strike?
It was actually quite good. I just pulled it a little fraction. Where's this fairway wood been all year?
You
I didn't see you add TSR2s.
You only have 6 of them in the house.
I don't have any.
Remember that time you were in the bay, you lined all of them up?
Didn't have 8. I've never had this one. Again, I didn't get it, but it's got great misses in it.
Little skinny strike.
It was. Hair low. Fastest fairway wood.
Quick. The better strike.
Yeah.
Fraction thin?
No. No, if anything, slightly high.
Really?
No, it felt good. That did feel like a good one.
Picky, picky. All right, Fraz. Triple diamond, Paradym.
Pretty good.
I'm pretty sure this time last year, someone came back from a trip and said, boys, this is it. This is it. I found it. We've struck gold. All right, prospector Ian.
Wee bit Healy. Closer. Yeah, it's just very toe down.
It's trying to come back.
Yeah. I just couldn't really match up with that one. I think a fairway that sits that toe down for me will always be a struggle. All right, Mikey.
All right, G430 LST.
Okay.
The most expensive 3-wood out there.
Ever. Felt like I hit that as good as I've hit any of them, to be honest.
I was expecting more out of that.
I was expecting a lot more out of that. Now, that might be because this one just wants to perform like a 3-wood.
Right.
Sometimes hot 3-woods want to perform like drivers. And I sometimes think we can kind of over-expect, you know, what they're going to do, but I didn't feel that was any. I felt like I hit that one every bit as good as any of the Titleists that were like 158, 158 and a half. Like, yeah, that was a wee surprise there. Decent.
Yeah.
This one's probably the one that's going to give you the least surprises.
Right, okay.
I mean, look at the standard deviation on ball speed, spin. It's insane.
A little bit lower launching than the rest.
Is it? Is it coming out that way?
Yeah.
I've hit that one good.
You struck that one, you know, perfectly, and still a couple miles an hour slower than some of the stuff we've seen.
Yeah.
The start of that, I thought it was
in.
Dead straight.
Okay, count.
Just in.
Just in.
Right, guys.
Last but not least.
A nice, classic, clean-looking shape Mizuno STG.
Certainly plenty high enough, isn't it?
Yeah. Feathered.
Oh.
2-putt.
Tap it in, baby.
I mean, it looks like it's a higher launching for a...
It does look like
kind of that titanium-style fairway wood.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's plenty of height.
It's fine. Yeah, definitely higher launching this thing.
Yeah.
One more.
Don't do it.
Stay.
That's going to be fine.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Okay, Michael. Quite a surprise for me having hit those there. Sort of what I experienced with it. I really liked Stealth 2 for the first time this year.
Yeah. I thought you hit it nicely. I mean, that shows that their strike is not like crazy low, but it's definitely, you caught a couple that were lower, but it kind of stayed in play for you.
Yeah, delivered. It was just, I was delivered a little too much loft. I could have done with just that handle being a hair further forward. My attack angle was better today, but probably my spin loft wasn't any better. So that was why, probably from a spin rates perspective, I probably launched that or spun it a little more than I would like.
Right.
Number 2, I would say was the sort of surprise for me.
Yeah, stand out.
Really performed, exceptionally well.
And the ball speed's super consistent, 157 across the board.
Yeah.
Launch is definitely down a bit, spins down a bit, but definitely was, out of all the fairways, and we'll see in a second, definitely was one of the hotter fairway woods to test.
The one that felt best off the face, for sure. I probably made the most solid contacts with that one.
Yeah. Club head speed goes up, dynamic loft comes down.
That's exactly what it was right there. Okay, fairway wood number 2, we had triple diamond, caught that a little bit in the heel. Yeah, I was struggling with that one.
You said it sat a little bit flatter for you.
I hated how like dynamically flat it was. I struggled with it. I think it'll be interesting as we go through. The one that I liked the look of the most and actually sat, a little more up was definitely TSR3. But on ball data, it was pretty decent. 10.9 and 3400. Good speed without being, that fast. Ping, I thought performed really well.
Yeah.
So tight if we kind of take away sort of the battle of the two kind of really tightest dispersions was Ping and Taylormade. Just a little bit down on the spin. Yeah. Which is good. And then last but not least, Mizuno.
Yeah, I like the launch you got off the Mizuno. Ball speed's back up a little bit, launch goes up, spin goes up. I think out of LST and STG, again, they're all those kind of titanium styles. I was expecting them to be kind of almost even lower spinning, but that Mizuno was really nice, easy to to flight a little bit higher.
It did seem like it sat really nice, maybe coming in a little bit flatter, but I would say, to be honest, the one that, if anything, I would kind of have a play around with from here on out is
TSR3.
Is going to be TSR3 for me. I think all of those heads are really good. I think Ping is the one that's going to be the most forgiving of the bunch. I just felt like what we said, like I had a couple that I thought would be just gonzo, and it really didn't. It really didn't. But Ping isn't kind of designed to do that. I had a couple with the Mizuno. Unfortunately, they just turned a hair too much left, but they both of them flew like 265, 270.
Yeah, there was definitely no lack of speed or lack of distance out of them. That TSR3, look at the strike. I mean, you can't deny it. It was.
That's what it was. It was just that's why it felt the best. Yeah.
Shocker.
I know, and the middle strike feels best. What a revelation. But for dynamic lie angle, there's something in that for me. I don't like it when it gets too much toe down.
Yeah.
Interesting. Delivery was a little bit better today, and for some reason, I don't know why that Stealth was high in dynamic loft. The rest were pretty good, and actually Mizuno at the end.
Interesting.
Okay, guys. So for me, I think TSR3 would be my pick of the bunch. I think the Ping is super consistent, but are you going to go the extra distance to spend that money on it? I'm not going to tell anyone to rush out there and get something you can't get elsewhere. I think there's some other phenomenal fairway woods that will give you every bit as much. The Mizuno does seem to have a high launch, low spin bomber in there.
If that's what you're looking for, I see it being a good combo.
Yeah. I'd actually would like to hit that again and give it maybe a little bit more time. And without the kind of connector system, which we know is probably going to lose us a couple of miles an hour, I'd be interested in hitting that one again and that one again.
Yeah, I agree.
I think with my own kind of 10C 1K white 70X in there, I think that'd be pretty cool to test.
Love it.
Okay, Michael's up next.
Good luck to me.
To you. We're going to go into maybe what category were we going to call that? I mean, it's just high. I mean, it's kind of higher launch fairway woods. It's kind of more your neutral fairway that we'll call it the average golfer. That's not really fair, is it?
Just I would call it standard fairway wood. I mean, these are all low. These are that low launch, low spin, kind of smaller profile fairway woods. We'll come up with a name.
We'll come up with a name, but we're coming up with the other sort of fairway woods to the line. So we definitely will get a nice deep test with those as well. Probably the same companies. I'm trying to think. Maybe Strixon sneaks in there as well into the mix. They don't really have a low spin version, but they'll sneak into the test for next time. But it'll be probably the same 5 companies plus one.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Okay, stay tuned for that, guys. We'll see you again soon.